to work. We're ready to win. We have a strategy, and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. All I need is inside of me. I am enough, and now I see. Yeah, I will reach my destiny. Yeah, I don't need your permission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'll win. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now listen, I want y'all to repeat after me, okay? Because we're going to make some declarations in here today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. Say. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see me. Say. Oh. Say I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say. We are standing bolder. We're shoulder to shoulder. We are standing bolder. We're shoulder to shoulder. We are standing bolder. Shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Impact the World Radio. Hey, I just gotta first say something. First of all, I'm Cheryl Wood. I am the host of this show. Super excited to be here every Wednesday from 12 to 2. I am not tatted up, you guys, just in case you're wondering and you see my hands. And this is henna. This is called henna. And there's a young girl out of Baltimore, Maryland, who I connected with through my twin sister, Cherie Good, who does henna at Cherie's Expo every year. And she is 18, and wow. She does this. I mean, she is amazing, and her head is on straight. She does a lot of work with her parents and her sister for the community, in the Baltimore community. In fact, her little sister was here a few months ago. Her name is Sim Speaks. She's like 9, and she does like this really deep poetry. I was like, who are you? Like, who, where are these people? But their parents have done such an amazing job in raising these young girls to really be advocates in the community. So I went up to her spot in Baltimore, and I was so impressed, even on the outside of the house that they have, where people can come and, like, they have a room where young kids can come and do videos. If they have YouTube channels, they can come and get their henna done. They don't charge them. I mean, it's literally this safe haven where people can come. But even on the outside, there's a pantry, a food pantry that they set up. And literally people can just take food as they need it. Wow. So they fill it up, and people can take or they can give. So people can take and they can donate. And so I'm just so inspired by everything that they're doing, everything that their mom is doing. I'm going to have to make sure I come back with the specific name of their organization so that you guys can donate. And I'll make sure I do my due diligence. I don't want to throw out the wrong names. I just know I love them. Like, that's all I know. I'm like, anybody who teaches their kids to give back to the community in that way. And her name is Sania, right? Sania. Sahena. I think her company is Sahena, but her name is Sania, something like that. But anyway, she's going to be going to Bowie State University in like 16 days.
Oh, wow.
So she'll be closer on out, and so you will definitely see me with my henna consistently. My family and I are going to be going to the beach, so I was like, I want to be hennaed up. So I got some on my arms, I got some on my legs and my feet, and I'm just pumped. So anyway, shout out to you. Thank you so much for your amazing work. We have 4 phenomenal guests who are going to be with us today. I'm excited. They're excited. I'm excited to be back in the studio live. But before I jump into my first guest, I do want to thank our platinum partners and our gold partners. Cherie M. Good is one of our platinum partners of the annual Recharge Health, Wellness, and Fitness Expo. That's typically every April, so stay tuned for that. Follow her on Facebook. She is the Recharge Strategist, helping especially women to learn how to stop everything they're doing and recharge their own batteries the same way we do with our electronic devices and gadgets. And then one of our guests today, Ladrine Peterson, who is a career and business strategist who is doing some phenomenal work in the community, especially as it relates to creating legacies for our children now, not waiting, but starting them now. She helps turn dreamers into doers. So she will be with us shortly. So you'll get to hear more about some of the positive initiatives that she's doing right here in the local community in the Prince George's County region and beyond. And then our gold partners, Amina McWhirter, founder of Love by the Handles Incorporated, another powerhouse woman who owns this 501c3 nonprofit community-based organization that serves individuals who are in transition within the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. She helps to provide a gift of love and financial support for individuals who are in their transitional stages of life. They offer an array of items that can be contained in a bag with a handle for those in need, such as cell phones, such as school supplies, clothing, food for homeless women, and the list goes on and on. Check her out at lovebythehandles.org. And last but not least, Robin Rogers, who is here with us today, who has been one of our partners over almost the past year, and we're so appreciative and grateful. She's a lifestyle and image expert who helps women to develop greater self-confidence and to reflect that confidence through inner and outer image, and both are equally important. She empowers women to enjoy a transformed lifestyle despite life-changing trauma and transition. And no, I don't have on my microphone, so I don't know how anybody heard me say all of that stuff that I said. You know, oh, they heard me because I'm loud. I know how to project. Thank you so much to my tech, Mr. Ron. He always keeping me on point. Like, Cheryl, you might want to slap the microphone on. All right, is that good? Am I good? Okay, thank you. So welcome to the show, Robin. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
So look, I know that you are out changing lives in the world, doing all these amazing initiatives, and then you have something really big that's coming up in how many weeks? Like 4 or 5
30
weeks?
days.
30 days, like 30 days. Girl. Yeah, 30 days.
Yes,
Exactly 30 days.
Yes.
And it's called the Whole Woman Symposium. Tell us, what is it about? What's the mission and vision? Why did you decide to do this? And then we'll get into more conversation about some of the speakers and honorees and things like that.
Absolutely. Well, a little bit about how this particular event got started. I initially was looking for some mentors in terms of, how to transform my life in the area of my finances, my health and wellness, and as well as, just learning how to open up and begin to speak to people. So as a result of that, I had already been in contact with a few of these women because they mentored me either directly or from afar. I also had people that were watching my life and were interested in knowing how I transformed. So this is how the Whole Woman Symposium came about, or the blueprint. It's actually the Whole Woman Blueprint.
So when I think about whole woman, I'm thinking that you're going to have speakers who are going to touch on all these different aspects of a woman's life, whether it's their spirituality, whether it's their health and wellness, whether it's business, career. Is that, okay, somebody's not watching the show. Somebody's not watching the show because they're calling me. Okay, so so tell us a little bit about some of the speakers and what their core topics are going to be, because we want to make sure that first of all, you're almost sold out. Let's just say that. So if you want your ticket, let me just give you the website right now, which is the wwb2018.eventbrite.com. The WWB. If somebody could type that in the feed, that would be great. Hello, Roz. Thanks for being here. Hey, Domley. Thanks for being here. Robin Bennett. Thanks for being here. Somebody would type this in the feed. The wwb2018.eventbrite.com. Hi, Regina Creighton. .eventbrite.com. So you want to make sure that you scoop up your ticket because it's almost sold out already. But let's talk more specifically about some of the key topics that are going to be discussed in that for that full day when we talk about whole woman. So I'll give you an opportunity to kind of, if you want to talk about some of the topics and some of the specific speakers, we can do that.
Well, the topic itself will be around the mind, the spirit, the soul, body.
Okay.
In 3 John 3:2, it says that, beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prosper. So in that particular scripture where it's saying, even as your soul prospers, there's a lot of times that there's some root issues that cause you not to be as successful in certain areas of your life because of maybe some past trauma or some things that you didn't work out. So some of my speakers have been through some of the challenges as it relates to the mind, the spirit, the soul, and the body. And some of the topics that they will talk about will be some of the things that they transformed in their own lives. I'll use Dr. Vicki Johnson for an example. She's Soul Wealth.
Right.
And specifically, she will be talking about how to heal from the inside out. And then we have Natasha Mayo, who will be talking about health and wellness. And just how
Who
we
don't
go to
love
the next
Natasha?
level.
Come on now.
I'm serious.
She is
I
amazing.
love
And her
Natasha Mayo.
transformation, her
Oh,
physical
my
transformation is like
Yes.
mind-blowing. Yeah.
She was one of the ones who assisted me in my own
Yeah,
transformation.
that's how we met.
Yes,
we met
absolutely.
through Natasha Mayo.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of
The sisterhood
everything
and
going.
networking.
Yes, and that's another thing that I know Vicki Johnson talks about as well is sisterhood, the power of sisterhood. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And then we also have Candace Camille, who's a cancer survivor, the wellologist. She has a wealth of knowledge as to how to, take care of your body, as well as your mindset. Natasha will probably talk about the same.
Right.
Then we have, oh my goodness, Erica Reed, who will touch a little bit about being a superwoman and your mental health. Then we also have...
Let's
Amy.
stop right there for a moment because that mental health thing is serious.
It really is.
That is, and I love that especially in the African-American community now, that topic is coming up a lot more and not so much as taboo as it used to be. Because it used to be a thing where we're like, oh, we don't talk about that. And
You
if you
were
black,
ashamed of it.
right, and if you black, you don't go for therapy and you don't go for help. That used to be how the conversation is really shifting. In fact, I think it was back in March, maybe we had a whole every guest that we had on the show here talked about mental health. Yeah. So I love that even for this event that I'm doing in Paris, there are like 2 women who are going to be talking about mental health, but we got so many applications for people who wanted to talk about mental health. So I love that that's going to be a topic that you're going to address because it's real. I've shared this partially before that I had that issue in my own family with somebody very, very close to me. And it was real, and it was the hardest thing we ever went through.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at the thing that is called mental health. You're walking around in certain situations, and you're not even aware that you have an issue, and there's no harm in going and get the help that you need.
Yeah. That's powerful. So that's a huge subject. Okay, what else? Continue.
Then we have Amy Tyler. Amy will be talking about sexual assault, how she overcame, and she'll be talking about how shame has affected you, or how it affects your mental health, how it affects your emotional health. She'll cover that. Then we have Crystal Cunningham.
Awesome.
Powerful testimony.
Yes.
Rising up in hope.
Yes.
Overcoming several different situations in her own life, her divorce, overcoming drug addiction.
Yes.
So these are everyday women.
Absolutely.
Things that have happened to other women who may have been ashamed to come forth and talk about it. So we just pretty much have a blend of everything going on in one room.
I love it. So you're going to get everything that you need in this one place. I mean, that's so powerful to come and get a little bit of every part of you. When we talk about the whole woman, it's like every part. And I'm sure, there are going to be people who, as you mentioned, are going to be talking about your health and taking care of yourself and making sure that you put yourself on the plate because your health is your wealth, which is why you guys see me on this doggone journey I'm on, which is the hard. Natasha always says, she's like, why do you keep saying it's hard? Girl, because it is. It ain't easy yet. She's like, she's big on words. I'm like, but I speak truth. I'm big on truth.
Right.
My truth is that it's hard. It's hard to not to eat the bread. It's hard to push myself to get to the gym. Now, maybe at some point down the road, it will be easier because I'll be in a more consistent routine, but I speak truth. And my truth is, Natasha Mayo is hard, girl, but I'm going to work on my word.
In that being hard, you change your mindset to get the results that you have today.
But it's still hard. It doesn't strip from me the fact that it's hard. I love bread, Robin.
I know, I do too.
I mean, I'm just saying, I love rice. I love French fries. I like hot wings. I like pizza. And I like Coca-Colas. Come on now. I'm just saying. And you tell me that ain't hard. No, it's hard. It's hard to shift your mind to make the choices. I posted something on Facebook yesterday, and I was like, every day it is about the choices that you make. That's how you get to where you want to be health-wise, right? But it doesn't mean the choice is going to be easy. So the other day I went and I got this beautiful salad with grilled chicken breast. It was so bomb. It was this place called Topolino's. I need to be getting paid for the advertisement. Topolino's, right? They have beautiful salads with grilled chicken breast, right? why they put 2 pieces of garlic bread with cheese in the bag with the salad with the grilled chicken breast. Now, that was hard to say, you know what, I'm not going to have the bread. I'm going to put the bread, I'm going to give that to somebody else, but I'm just going to eat the healthy part. So for me, it is hard. It really, really is hard, but it can be done. I think that's the point with everything that everybody's going to be sharing probably at the conference is that it can be done. Anything that you go through. Yes. Anything that you go through, you can overcome it. You can persevere through it if you are willing to work on your mindset. So talk about a little bit more about your story and what you're going to be sharing with the attendees there as it relates to the whole woman.
Okay. Well, my story pretty much revolves around some rooted issues in my childhood, revolving around sexual assault, being sexually molested from the age of 5 to 9, and then again at the age of 12 and 13. So I'll talk a little bit about how that particular journey affected a 30-year marriage, in addition to some life choices and some things that I was not ready or confident in doing. So I'll share with them about inner healing. There's a process in the healing. Everybody's process is not the same.
Right.
You may heal in one way from a certain situation, and it may take me a little bit longer, but it doesn't mean that I'm not in the process. So I'll talk a little bit about that.
Awesome. So what's your the end result that you want to happen for every woman who shows up? What do you want to happen? What's your call to action for them after? Because, you know, we go to conference after conference after conference, right? And sometimes people question, well, why am I going to another conference? What is ultimately the end result that you want to happen for the people who are in the room beyond that conference, the information that they get that day?
Right. What I'd like to see, I don't care if it's the woman who's never attended a conference. I like to see her walk in and not be afraid of what she's been through and get some of the information to transform her situation, whatever that situation may be, where she is in her life. I like to see the woman who's already financially successful know how to take some of the principles that will be shared by Tyra Jackson and transform. Maybe she wants to learn how to invest. And then for the woman who's never concentrated on self-care, learn how to do things that will help shift how she thinks about how she takes care of her body. And at the end result, when everybody leaves, they have a plan that they can not only apply to their life, but they can share with others and help them transform their lives.
Absolutely. So moving people into action sounds like the ultimate result, really moving. And this is your second year.
This is the second year. However, this is the first year for the whole woman. The first year focused on sexual molestation and sexual assault.
Okay, so this is the first kind of the first annual whole woman symposium.
Yes.
I just love that title. It just resonates with me every time I say it. It's like the whole woman, not part of the woman though. The whole woman, your mind, your soul, your body, your spirit, every part. So I love that you pull that together and are executing the vision. Talk about really quickly how scary it is sometimes to execute a vision, even though God puts it in your spirit, right? How hard is it sometimes how challenging, let's change our word for Natasha. We love you, Natasha. How challenging is it sometimes to execute the vision, even though you know it's what you're supposed to be doing? Because I want people who are listening, who are watching us through Facebook Live as well as through voxwave.com to understand that they likely have a vision that's been given to them, but some of them are holding back on executing that vision.
Getting started. That was the hardest part for me in this particular situation. When I did year 1, I had someone that I collaborated with.
Got it.
But getting started with this, it's like, where is the money going to come from? You know, how am I going to reach out to the women that God had placed in my heart? But once I got started with the vision on paper, I began to execute. Picking up the phone, making the phone calls.
Come on now. Y'all better write this down. This is real stuff. You got to pick up the phone. Stop relying just on a post on social media to get butts in the seat. You got to pick up the phone, call some people, talk to people directly. Okay, go ahead.
And as a result of picking up the phone, I'm trembling while I'm talking. And I just said what the Holy Spirit had given me. And every person that I approached, a couple had approached me. They're all a part of this symposium. So it's not just me. It's what the vision that they saw, and they believed in the vision. So they decided to partner with me in this vision. The other thing is the consistency. Even when you don't see people supporting you, and what you'll find that the people that you think are going to support you are not even the ones.
Come on now, she about to preach up in here now. You better say it, right?
Yes.
Isn't that the truth?
So you get a lot of promises, but that you can't let that hinder the progress, because God didn't give them the vision. He gave you the vision. And so that's the thing that keeps me going, because I see the end result. And I hear the women that have already registered, how excited that they are. And I remember being that woman. So that keeps me going.
You just said so much in that one statement about not, like, it's not your job to dictate who shows up and who comes in the room and who supports and who doesn't support. It's your job to execute the vision and make sure that you are creating for the people who need it what they need in that space,
it's
right?
Up to them to receive it.
Yes, and so many times it is not going to be the people that you think. It's going to be people completely outside of that realm, which is why I always say you can't just stay in your own backyard. You got to go global. And also, the second part of that is that you shouldn't go it alone. You should connect with other people who do fully believe in the vision, because they will help to bring the people who need to be there. So all of us have our own little, our realm of impact, right? And our realm of our reach, the reach that we have. But when you connect with another sister and another sister and another sister, now you're tapping into the reach that they have, and that brings more people to the table. So don't get so comfortable in your own little zone, in your own little space, that you rob people, the people who need it, of getting it.
Because every joint supplies. I don't have every joint supplies. I don't have everything that these women have or need.
Yes.
I may be able to reach 1 or 2 in the room.
Right.
Whereas Natasha may be able to reach 3 or 4.
Right.
Dr. Vicki Johnson, 5 or 6.
Right.
You never know.
Absolutely.
So all I'm doing is presenting a platform where they can come in and they can receive what they need to transform their own lives.
Right. Absolutely. But just to get the butts in the seat, talk about how has that been challenging for you at all?
Very challenging.
It's been very challenging. So how do you do it? Like, I don't want you to give us the map, the blueprint, but how did you get people to say yes?
I started with social media. And when I found that social media was not my complete source, I began to knock at doors. When I say knock at doors, meaning go to people who I've serviced that sat in my chair.
Yeah.
I begin to go to people who I've supported in their vision, attending their conferences.
Yes.
Asking for them to support me.
I love it.
And then praying. And as I prayed specifically for God to provide the women that needed to be in attendance, that needed to have the information that's being provided.
Absolutely.
And then they begin to come and they begin to register.
Absolutely.
And other people begin to share.
I love it. I love it. So for those of you who have a vision, and Crystal is here. Hey, Crystal. Crystal is one of the featured speakers.
She is phenomenal.
She absolutely is phenomenal. All of your speakers that you have lined up, I think this is your, so here you go, guys. Here is the lineup. You got a lot of speakers on there, but they all, I mean, y'all
Let me
gonna
tell you about Michelle.
Y'all better bring some tissue, because I'm just saying, some of these women, I know their stories, and they have some powerful, powerful stories. So y'all better be ready to be fed and filled and moved and get a little piece of every part of the whole woman. You want to say something else?
Yeah, Michelle Green. She is the mom of an NFL. Super Bowl superstar.
Yep,
and
NFL
her
player,
story, she's coming and sharing her story, how she came from, quote unquote, poverty to riches, and what the lifestyle is.
Yes.
And regardless of the finances, there's still a void and a need that needed to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And she'll share about that.
Absolutely. So you guys know, I don't know if you know, but I actually had the privilege of helping Michelle to write her very first book, and she was recognized at my very first conference.
Where
Playtime
I met
is Over. But that's the beauty. That it's like, and this is why you got to show up.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because when you show up, that's when you get connected. You don't even know who you're going to get connected to. Sometimes you don't even know what you're there. You're like, look, somebody told me show up, I'm here. Just show up. And sometimes you will get the connections that you need, or you'll get the resources that you need, or you'll find the coach that you need. All of that is going to be in one space. So like you said, for some person, they may hear your story and realize, oh my God, like that resonates with me. And I need that because I went through something similar. So they may want to coach with you, or they may hear Tasha's story of her weight release, and they may say, I need help. I need that person that's going to kick my butt. Girl, Tasha's going to be the one. She's going to do it. Or they might hear Amy's story. Amy is one of my clients. And Amy has a powerful story of not allowing shame to cause you to hide anymore. She's going to be sharing. I mean, all these people, Crystal and Teresa Proctor, and like everybody on here is just, and Tara, that's my girl, Tara Jackson. Be ready for Tara.
Financial fornicator.
Yes, be ready for her, because she's going to bring the fire. So I know that this is going to be powerful. Again, let me give you guys the website one more time. If you guys could post this in the group, is the www.2018.eventbrite.com. The www.2018.eventbrite.com. How many tickets are left?
Less than 10 tickets.
Oh my God! Less than 10 tickets. You guys, you need to get your ticket. Now, there's something else that you want to share before we start wrapping up. And that is that you're going to be honoring some women as well. So let's talk a little bit about that.
So the 4 women that I'll be honoring have each had an impact at different seasons and different points of my life. And the name of the award is called the Marion Whole Woman Award. And Marion is in honor of my mom. And I don't want to talk much about that because I don't want to get emotional. But in the end of her life, she did become a whole woman. And I've seen some of the things that she journeyed that she was not able to overcome. But in the end, I got to know and be more intimate with my mom.
Yeah, powerful.
Yes.
Very, very, very powerful. Awesome.
So you are one of the honorees.
I am. Whoop, 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 whoop.
And I don't want to mention the other 3 because I want it to be a surprise.
Okay, awesome. Well, then y'all know I'm there. I'm still a surprise. Hey,
Yes.
I'm going to be honored. I mean, it really has been a joy to watch you grow and evolve and come into your own. And I tell every person that I work with, it's like a coach is, look, there's already greatness in you. Like a coach doesn't do that, right? Like God does that. But a coach is a person who sometimes will help you bring it to the forefront,
Absolutely.
will help to give you the confidence to let it shine in the world. But there are some clients who you work with, and they just take everything that you've taught them, that you've the accountability, everything, and they just run with it. I mean, you're a great example. But you are but everybody has to go in their own time frame.
Right.
So you might not have ran as fast as somebody else, but you are still here. You're still you're impacting other people's lives. You're still telling your story and your truth. So yeah, you ran with it. You just ran at your pace, Robin's pace, right? So I think of you as a prime example. Andrea Martin is a prime example. Miter Figueroa Clark is a prime example. I've coached Natasha in the past. It's just, I mean, to see the way that you all are impacting the world is such a joy, and it's a reminder that every single one of you who's watching, you also have to share your story and your truth, because you don't know the ripple effect that's going to have on somebody else.
Yes.
So now you're out and you're touching the world with your gift, and then there are going to be women who are going to say, oh my God, I connected with Robin, and because of her, I'm doing this.
Yes.
Because of her, I'm able to fulfill my God-given assignment. And that's for every single person who is willing to be bold enough to share their story and share their truth, and even in all of its raw, authentic mess. Because sometimes it was messy, right? When we're going through our stuff. Sometimes our lives are messy, but can you take that mess and formulate it into a powerful message that lets another woman know she's not alone, that lets another woman know that whatever she's currently going through, she can make it through, and that she can come out on the other side as a victor, not succumbing to being a victim of whatever it was.
And even in moving, you find out a lot about yourself. You begin to look at the journey, step back and reflect, and then keep moving.
Yes.
And as you're moving, you're growing.
Yes.
And as you're standing still, you're not growing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so powerful. And in moving, you're right. You learn so much about you, and you learn so much about what you want and what you don't want, what you're willing to accept, what you're not going to accept.
Absolutely.
You learn so much more about what success really means to you. And sometimes when you first start, it's different than when you're down the road.
That's so true.
I am so different now as a business owner than I was when I first started.
Yes.
And like, you know, you only know that and learn that, like you said, through being in motion.
In motion.
And for me, it's like always reminding myself my priority is my family. My priority is my family. Business, somebody's not watching the show. Somebody calling me from California. Business is powerful. I love it. I love that I get to impact the world in the way that I do. But my husband and my kids are always first.
Absolutely.
And
That's the priority.
It's a priority. And I'm okay sometimes turning things down, and I'm okay sometimes not being a part of things that don't align with that
And you know
as the
what,
priority.
Cheryl? I've seen you do that, working very closely with you. I've
Yeah.
seen you make the priority of your family first. I've even seen you have major opportunities presented to you,
Yeah.
and you decline.
Yeah. It has to align with who I am. Now, I might not have done that when I first started, but again, by being in motion, you become more aware of what's important to you. You become aware of what is the real impact that I want to make and how do I make that. And for me, the real impact is on my 3 kids who are watching me. Then everybody else. So I love that. I love that statement of being in motion. You find out so much more about yourself. So again, guys, the website is the www.2018.eventbrite.com. We are thanking all the amazing people who are joining us today. Leona Carter, who's going with me to Paris. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Jay Sharp, thank you for being here. Pippa Ashley, thanks for being here. Shidell Watkins, that's another one of my ladies going to Paris. Allison Daniels. Crystal, we see you. Thank you guys. Tawanda Livingston, thank you so much for being with us.
I love
Sunita
her.
Mitchell, we love you all. We love this
Hey, Sunita.
amazing community and this amazing tribe. Melissa, how are you? Thank you for being here again. And thank you, Crystal, for posting the link, the www2018.eventbrite.com. Guys, scoop up your tickets.
Yes.
It's less than 10 seats
Absolutely.
left. You
Yes.
want to be in the building for this powerful event. We're going to give you any closing words that you want to say to our listening audience and anybody who's considering coming and being a part of this phenomenal whole woman symposium.
I just want to say that you will begin to see things change in your life. One, when you begin to believe in yourself. And two, don't doubt what you believe that you've seen for your own self. Coming into this room on September the 8th will be a life-changing, transformational situation for you. I hope to see you there. Be one of the 10 to get one of those tickets. I have some phenomenal prizes that will be given away. And you'll get to meet my coach, Cheryl Woods, who will also be in attendance.
And how much are the tickets? Let's just throw that out there so people know.
$65.
So $65
For all of this, that's
for
and
everything.
meal and your lunch is provided.
What?
Yes.
For $65?
$65.
Girl, come on now. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better get your tickets. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a ticket for somebody. All right, I'm going to buy a ticket for somebody. So why don't we, let's see. If you call this number, 240-719-2560. First person to call that number and say, hey, I want a ticket. You have to be available to attend. Like, don't play games.
Absolutely.
This is only for people who are serious. I'm not going to spend my money and then you don't show up. Like, make sure that you can show up. The date is September 8th. That's a Saturday?
Yes.
It's a Saturday. Saturday, September 8th. Let me give you the number again. If you guys could type this in, 240-719-2560. Can somebody type that in? First person who calls that number, it's located here in the DMV. Thank you so much, Ladrine. I love Ladrine. Ladrine's in the studio and she's typing. I love it. 240-719-2560. Sounds like we have a caller. Caller,
Yes.
you are live with us on the radio. Who's calling?
Hi, is it me? I think this is Charlene Day that's calling in, listening to Cheryl and my girl.
This is. Hey, sis, how you doing?
Listen, I didn't hear the other part that you said, but I love you guys both. So, hello. I would love to be there with you and your girl.
Awesome. Okay, so we already have that you're in the building
Yes,
already.
you're already
so
in the
we're going to offer
building,
this to
Charlene.
somebody
Already
else,
in the
Miss
building?
Charlene.
Yes, you're already in the
You
building.
already confirmed to be in the building. That's what I heard through,
Yes.
the hires up.
Yes. I talked to Peggy. I'll give you a call.
Oh, hello. Well, anyway, guys, God bless you. Next caller, please. Good show, Cheryl. Good ladies. Thank you for having us, guys. And
Oh,
good show.
awesome. Thank you, Charlene. We love you. We love you.
We love you too. Bye.
All right, so we still have that ticket available. 240-719-2560. We'll leave that up through the entire show. So again, the first person who calls that number, 240-719-2560. It's located it's Maryland.
Largo, Maryland.
It's in Largo,
Courtyard
Maryland.
Marriott.
Okay? A Courtyard Marriott, Largo, Maryland. So make sure that you are in this region, that you can attend. We have another caller. Let's see if this is going to be our winner. Ooh, this is juicy. Ooh, I love it. All right, caller, you're on the line. Who's calling?
It's Deidre Spears Johnson.
Oh, say it again.
Deidre Spears Johnson.
Deidre?
Okay. Deidre.
Hey, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, sir? You want the ticket?
I want the ticket. Oh, my God. I want the ticket.
All right, we're shouting it out to Deidre. Deidre is our winner of the ticket, so I will make sure I take care of that with Robin, and you are in, sister girl. So can you?
Oh, that's so amazing.
She's like, that's so amazing. Okay, so look, write this email down, Deidre.
Robin M.
Okay, got it.
Robin Empowers.
EMPOW.
Robin.
Yes, Empowers, EMPOWERS, like Cheryl Empowers. I always have to spell it too. Yes, Robin, ROBIN, EMPOWERS, Robin Empowers at gmail.com.
All right.
And in the subject line, just say, I won the ticket.
All right, Cheryl. That's
Awesome.
great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We know that you are going to be blessed. Thank you for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yay. So now we down to like 8 tickets. So, so make sure you get your ticket. Or you guys, if you can't be there, bless somebody else with a ticket.
Absolutely.
Like at that price point, I mean, everybody who's on here watching can bless somebody with a ticket, even if you aren't able to, if you aren't available to show up that day. Thank you, Robin, for being with us. Keep up the great work. I'm so proud of you. Keep impacting lives with your gift, with your story, and with platforms like this that allow other women to share their story so that everybody in the room gets what they need.
Awesome.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, guys, we'll take a brief break. We'll be right back with none other than the amazing Ladrine Peterson. Y'all know who she is. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
We have powerful words. We have powerful minds. We use our voices and freedom takes flight. And we're ready to work. We're ready to win. We have a strategy and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. All I need is inside of me. I am enough and now I see. Yeah, I will reach my destiny. Yeah, I don't need your permission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'll win. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now listen, I want y'all to repeat after me, okay? We have powerful words. We have powerful minds. We use our voices and freedom takes flight. And we're ready to work. We're ready to win. We have a strategy and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. All I need is inside of me. I am enough and now I see. Yeah, I will reach my destiny. Yeah, I don't need your permission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'll win. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now listen, I want y'all to repeat after me, okay? Cause we're gonna make some declarations in here today. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say, I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. Say, I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see me. Say, oh, say I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say, we are standing bolder, we're shoulder to shoulder. We are standing bolder, we're shoulder to shoulder. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Yeah.
right. Black women supporting other black women in business. We got to give a huge shout out to Tammy Turner. Everybody loves our theme song. Playtime is over. You guys know that I host the annual Playtime is Over conference, which don't sleep on me for the conference this year. It might not be in November, but don't sleep because I got some things in the working. Okay. You know how sometimes you got to pull back and be quiet so you can hear exactly the direction God wants you to go in. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to pull back and like, all right, let me just be patient. Let me see where this is going to go. So y'all don't sleep on Playtime is Over. I got some exciting things in the workings. I'm really excited. But we want to thank Tammy Turner for writing, producing, going into the studio and performing that song, and extending it to us as the official anthem of the Playtime is Over conference. And, of course, Playtime is Over is all about no longer sitting on your unique gifts, utilizing it to touch and impact other people's lives. And so that ties right into this theme of our radio show, which is Impact the World. Yes. So now our next guest, who is one of our platinum partners, we love having her here on the show. Her energy is always off the chain. If you don't know her, you've been under a rock somewhere. Her name is Ladrine Peterson. She's the CEO of Do It. And Do It stands for Delivering on Ideas and Thoughts. She serves as a career and business strategist and is extremely passionate about helping others to optimize ideas and achieve personal and professional goals. She's an HR guru who's been in the industry for 27 years. Girl, you look like you only 27.
Thank you. I'll pay you later.
And she has a wealth of experience in career progression and organizational development. She's highly sought after for resume writing, interview preparation, career changes, and unbiased coaching on workplace matters. Yeah. She has a proven record in assertively managing people and projects to achieve groundbreaking success in the U.S. and across the globe. She holds dual master's degrees. Come on now. Real smart sister. Consistent of an MBA and a Master's of Science in Management with an emphasis in human resources management. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just a powerhouse in your own right.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I love what you are doing, especially in the area of career progression. I love your story. Do you want to briefly share with us your story of career progression? Because it's so intriguing, and I think it will breathe life and hope into someone else who may be in a similar situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So I talk about my story a lot. I started off as a stay-in-school student. I will catch the subway from Southeast D.C. Shout out to all my Southeast folks. But I would catch the subway from Southeast D.C. all the way out Rockville. So two different worlds, two totally different worlds that I was standing in. But when I was on the subway, my ride was like an hour, sometimes longer. I would take manuals, large manuals, and read them from beginning all the way to the end. And I learned HR inside and out, flipping it every which way or another. So I often think back to that of like how it helped me so much. It helped me that even when I was a GS5, I can remember the GS13s coming to me, asking me for assistance. Or I remember my supervisor pulling me and putting me at the big table. The big table. And it was because they knew I knew my stuff, because I had researched it inside and out, and I wouldn't say anything otherwise. And especially right now in the federal government, with our administration and the whole transition, it's been so challenging. I've been through several administrations, and yes, you go through changes, but this one right here is like totally different. But seriously, I really need people to know and understand that they need to chill out and stand fast and take action on their own, because we have power within ourselves. There's certain things that you can do. Stop blaming your supervisor and stop blaming the system. When you understand the rules to the game, then you know how to play it and you know how to win it. And I know how to win it. I know how to win the game. I know it from the inside out, and that can help other people. People are dealing with issues with their promotions. People are dealing with issues with their performance plan. All of those things, it's an answer to it. People don't understand how to apply for vacancy announcements. They're just putting packets out there. Like, you're not going to stand out. You're not going to stand out, so you're not going to get the job. So stop wasting your time applying to everything that you see and customize your packet. Focus on your strengths. Think about it. Look, the answer is in the vacancy announcement. When I show people, I do track changes so that you can see every step that I make with it. When I show them exactly what it is that I do, because my job pays me very well, but I am doing this to really help individuals so that they can understand the process. It's no way in the world no one should have a job that they're miserable in and they don't like. I love my job. I love my job because it's about reinventing it and making it work for you.
Right.
And that's real talk.
Right. And there are a lot of people who probably need to be hitting you up on email, Facebook, Twitter, wherever they can find you, because there are some folks who are truly miserable in their positions. And I always tell people, look, it's called personal power.
Yes.
That's why my company is called Personal Power Enterprises, because it is about you claiming your power. If you ain't happy, why you still sitting there?
Why are you still
and
there?
Just accepting it. It blows my mind that people don't take on their own personal power to change a situation that you're not happy in.
It will drive you crazy.
Yes.
It will drive you crazy for a small period of time. I had a job because I thought some things were going to shift. It didn't shift. And I was in chaos.
Yeah.
And then when I stepped back and I looked at it and I was like, why am I doing that?
Right.
And then I focused on what I could do to change it.
Yes.
When that happened.
Yes. I love it.
And of course it's God, because when you all stressed out, you can't even pray right.
Right.
You
right.
worrying,
right.
you can't even figure out. So you can't even get, your message through.
So good.
But when you move to the side that God do it, everything is already worked out for you. You just have to do you. Do your best. Do your best.
Yeah. And a part of that, two things I'm going to add to that is, number one, God is going to do it, right? But you got to add something to that thing, right? You can't just be like, oh, go, God, take care of that for me, God. It don't work like that. Like, you have to put works behind the faith that you have, right? You pray for it. You allow him to work it out. But then you got to put some effort in. Like, what are you doing to help change or shift the situation?
Yes.
So one of the things is getting access to resources. So if you know that you're miserable and if you're listening to this, you're watching this, the first thing you need to be doing is reaching out to Ladrine. How did you do it? How can I hire you as a coach? Do you have any classes I can come to? Like, you got to be willing to put in the time, the effort, the energy, the money. Like, sometimes we say we want something different, but we are not willing to invest in what different looks like. And then the second thing that you said, which was so powerful, was that you became a student, a true student, so that you could learn mastery over that thing that you wanted to do. There's so many people who watch the show, who come on to and it's like, okay, you keep saying what you want, but you won't even become a student of the thing that you say you want to master and offer to the world, to other people. You got to master the craft first. You got to be a student.
And the problem that I have with so many people, they'll say, they don't pay me enough to do that. That's above my grade level. Are you crazy?
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Don't you want to be? You're supposed to work towards where you want to go.
Yes.
Where you want to go. If I had that mindset, it would have took me itty bitty time. I got a promotion every year.
Yes.
Every year. And I didn't get promoted as fast because the federal system wouldn't allow you to. But I was always working ahead.
Yes.
And I paid attention. I observed. And when I figured out, when they kept talking about they had a problem, guess what? I'm like, oh, okay, they got a problem. I got an answer for you.
Yes.
I would come together and be like, here's what I came up with. I need $100,000. They would be like, do what you need to do. Like, solve problems. All you have to do is listen. All of the answers are right there.
Yes.
Right there before you.
I love that. I love that about you got to fill the shoes that you want to fill before you get the position. Before you're in that position. Even as myself, I'm going to relate this to people in business, because Ladrine is really focused on the career part, and I love that. And so many people need that. And then we're going to switch it to the business side. So even for me, right? So people see me at a certain level, and they're like, well, why would you do that? And why you doing that? And why you doing that? Because I haven't arrived. Like, look, until I have touched 1 billion people's lives, I haven't arrived.
Right.
Have you touched 1 billion people's lives?
Right.
Have you touched 1 million people's lives? 500,000. Come on now. 100,000. Like, so that means you have work to do. So sometimes I play in a space that's different than what people would expect. Because, I'm Cheryl Wood, Empower's international speaker. But I'm not even halfway where I know God is going to take me. So that means sometimes I go above and beyond what would normally be expected of a typical speaker. Why? Because I know I still have so much work to do and so many lives to impact. And if that's going to get me closer there, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to go above and beyond. There's this one conference I'm going to be speaking at, and they're not paying me my whole speaker fee, right? Okay, I'm not going to announce the conference. And I'm going to be speaking several times for this one conference. But it puts me in front of game changers, decision makers. It shows that I have what it takes to deliver at that level. You think I'm not going to do it? I sure am, and I'm going to do it with a smile.
people don't, I know we're here to talk about another topic, but people do not understand and they do not look at the vision. They look at what's right here,
what's right now.
And they try to skip and go across the process.
Yes.
Every learning, every opportunity that I have, everything that I do, whether it's me training someone, I take it as a learning lesson.
Yes.
I take it as a learning lesson because everything happens on purpose. And we are all want to be experts. We want to be an expert in the game. And another thing, a lot of people have an issue of training other people. Mm-hmm. Are y'all crazy? So I work in HR and I write the policies. So can I tell y'all the classification standards is the highest that you can go is when you train someone.
Wow.
When you train someone.
Yes.
So stop holding back. Let people see what you have. My position that I'm in, I didn't apply to it. I got called. Because they know my background and they know my experience.
Yes.
And I'm writing the policy.
Yes.
Writing the policy. And this is not only impacting the Food and Drug Administration, not only impacting the Health and Human Services, it's impacting the entire federal government. I wrote a post. Someone that I worked with very dearly from Office of Personnel Management, which is the highest level of HR for the federal, she tapped me and said, hey, I want to know more about what's going on with HR.
Right.
I think that's not going to make me look all hyped at my job. Yes, I'm meeting with so-and-so and so-and-so at OPM. Y'all got to learn how to play this game. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to go, I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do this.
Right.
Y'all keep on going because that person that's doing it, that's the one that's getting advanced. That's the one that's getting advanced. So
absolutely. I love it. I know y'all are loving it.
You talking about HR, you started something with that.
That's topic. I want to thank
that's my heart.
Kelly, Rhonda, what's your website or how do people contact you? Are you talking about Ladrine? Ladrine, what's your website?
Yes, www.doitdelivers with hyphens. And I'll come back and type it in. It's do-it-delivers.com.
Yes. Do-it-delivers. That ain't hard.
All of my services are listed.
Yes. Welcome to Isha Cogborn. Hey, sis. Good to have you here. Kiana Brown. Faith Without Works is dead. Yes. Tia Santiago says, love this show. Avid listener. I love it. Thank you, Melvin, for being here. Rhonda Johnson. Tamra, how are you? Charlene says, wise woman. Kiana says, y'all better speak. Yes, sister, you got to see the vision, Rhonda Kelly says. Stella Walker says, she's truly inspiring me. I need this energy. I'm surely a frustrated teacher. Yes, thank you, Stella, for typing that in. Do-it-delivers.com. Rhonda says, both of you, awesome. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my God. And Mahogany Williams Moss. Hey, we love you, we love you, we love you. You guys know that she is, look, Mahogany will always be my ride or die makeup artist. I will always claim her as that. She has gone through her own amazing struggle, battle, if you want, fight for her life with cancer and is winning with God's help. We love you. We're praying for you. And I hope to see you real soon, sister. All right. So here we are again with Ladrine, who is just spitting all kind of crazy knowledge on us and talking about the importance of, again, being a student, doing the work, showing up, training people. And I'm going to really quickly apply that to entrepreneurs. I always tell every entrepreneur I work with, it's like, okay, if you're going to be called an expert, you got to be giving somebody expert advice.
Yes.
So you can't hold everything to you close to your chest and you don't want to tell nobody nothing, show nobody nothing, help nobody else accomplish anything, because then you're not even considered an expert.
Damn.
Experts give expert advice to other people. So people are typically shocked when they inbox me and they ask me a question and I give them a response. Now, you're not going to get a whole 45-minute coaching session because that's called coaching. And you got to invest in that because you got to be willing to invest in where you're going. But I am very good about giving people a quick response that may help them to get started. And I'll say, it's kind of hard for me to give you a full overlay of what to do. But here's a place where you can get started. Here's a couple resources. And people are always shocked when I do that. You cannot call yourself an expert if you ain't giving nobody expert advice.
No. And I give my stuff away, too. I give my stuff away because guess what? Y'all can't do it like I do it.
Absolutely.
So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with
Absolutely.
it. And everybody had their expertise. But go ahead. Why you bring
Absolutely.
up HR?
All right,
you already
come on. Let's keep it moving.
All right,
Let's move to this amazing campaign that you have going on as a part of your Do It company. called I Am the Legacy. Tell us all about it.
Yes.
Tell us what's happening and how people can connect, how they can donate, all that good juicy stuff.
Yeah. So I am super excited. Y'all thought I was excited about HR, which I am, but I'm super excited about this campaign. It's I Am the Legacy. So how it all came about, I was at Linda Clemens' conference.
Woohoo! Powerhouse.
I was in an intimate setting with Dr. George Frazier. And he was talking about wealth and leaving legacies and all of that. I'm good. I'm fine with. But as I told y'all, I came from Southeast.
Right.
And it's not saying that my folks in Southeast haven't moved out and did what they need to do, but a mindset. A mindset. All of their mindsets have not shifted and they have not been exposed to these things. And it's not only Southeast. It's other places as well. But the mindset. So I asked Dr. Frazier, I said, that's fine. But how do we get to those who can't understand putting aside this amount a month or don't have it to put that aside a month? How do we get to those? And he was like, I don't know. And I said, okay, on my flight back home, that's all I thought about. I already told you, when I hear a problem, I try to come up with the answer. Yes. Yeah. So I'm writing. And it hit me. We start with the children. So everybody else is talking about leaving a legacy later, which is fine. I have nothing against that. But I was like, why do we have to wait till later? Like, let's create and build legacies right now, starting with the kids. So if we teach them to be mindful and to make their own money, the legacy that's left is only going to be compounded on what they already have. And these kids are geniuses. And one of the things that really, really, really impacted me, when I was a young girl, I was brilliant. I was smart. But none of my schoolwork challenged me.
Right.
So I would do what I needed to do and tap dance a little bit so they can be like, oh, she's da-da-da. But it didn't push me.
Yeah.
If I was in a space where everyone pushed me, my 6th grade teacher was the one who pushed me the most. But if I was in a space where everyone pushed me, I'm telling you, I would have rocked this world. I've done some great things, traveled around the world and have done some things. But just imagine if someone really had pushed me. So that's what I'm doing for young kids. A lot, like you talked about the family a little bit earlier. Oh my God, I want to meet them. Amazing. I have Ashley Logan, the 6-year-old DJ that you met.
Yes.
And by all means, what you're doing with Jayana, that's my partner, that's my buddy. But there's so many little kids that you see on the news that are phenomenal and amazing. Not play stuff, but like really doing something. So if we continue to push them and push them, we're not going to need to leave a legacy. That legacy is going to be for something else or helping the people that didn't get it. So I really believe in starting it off with the kids. And the way, I know your next question was how, right?
Right.
So the way to go about it is it's broken up into 3 components. The first one is a book anthology. So I'm in a book anthology with you. I'm sure a lot of you all are in book anthologies, and they are powerful because you are among great-minded people, and you get to do so much because you impact so many people. And it also allows people to get their stories out because they don't have to wait and procrastinate about a whole book.
They write a story in a book, so you're right.
And each one motivates one another. So that's what we're going to do with the youth. So what we're going to do is put it out there for 10 slots. 10 slots for you. Already have the publishing company, and shout out to Lift Bridge. They're paying half of the book cost.
Awesome.
So with that, and I'm getting so many sponsors with this because they really believe in the kids and they really want to pour into them. But 10 they don't need any experience. So I'm going to place the criteria on my website, which is new. So it's www.iamthelegacy.org. So check out that, but I'll be adding more information, but it's pretty much nicely done. It's an overnight thing, but you're going to think it took me like a month. But in terms of that, no experience necessary, but the criteria will be listed because we have a dynamic young author and speaker, Jayana Wood, who's going to train them. So I'm hiring her to train them from her expertise of what she already did. And I already saw her in action from earlier when she was a keynote speaker at one of my events. And then the second one is a business pitch. So pretty much, and we know that they're kids, we're going to have the criteria. Parents, don't do it for them.
Right.
Don't do it for them.
Right.
But what we're going to do is allow them to do their pitch, and we're going to throw it out there. The judges are already lined up for it. When I started asking for volunteers, that was the one. The only caveat was that no one who was a judge, none of their relatives could apply. Because I'm unbiased and I'm fair, and we want to give everyone a chance. But the thing is, $1,200. So we are going to award the winner $1,200, but that's a good amount. But the team of people that are on, we're going to work with them for free.
I love it.
For free until, and that's a big, until their product is actually produced or until their services are actually being rendered. So when I tell you we are going to pour so much into this one person that failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. But it's also going to be a display, because the third piece of it is a conference. So Robin talked about her conference. We all have conferences. But what about the youth? So we're going to have a youth conference. It's a conference for youth, led by youth. And it's going to include the 10 authors. So they're going to be panelists. So we already got it lined up. And then, of course, the winner is going to be a speaker. But it'll be other components all around it. 4 kids. So I'm so excited about this, and I'm looking forward to it. And I really hope that parents bring their kids out and have them involved. And because I know that everybody doesn't have the mindset, or some people can't afford it, that's why I'm asking for sponsors and for donations. And the first one was huge, the Muse Paint Bar. The Muse Paint Bar pretty much set it up so that for every ticket sold is $15.
Yeah.
We had 2 of those, raised $500, like very nice and easily. We have another one that's coming up this Saturday, August the 11th at noon, and it's on my website as well as on my Facebook page. So if you just follow me.
And what's the ticket cost for the Muse for the paint bar?
The ticket cost is $45.
$45.
And
guys.
pretty much I bring a little extra or do whatever I need to do. I ain't making no commitment right now, but I normally, like the last one, I bought pizza and drinks for everyone. The one before that, we had infused cupcakes and cakes and all sorts of desserts and everything. So here's what I'm going to do. Since I did this for Robin, I'm going to do this for Ladrine. I'm going to pay for somebody's ticket. I would love to be there, but my family and I will be away this weekend. I can't believe the summer is over. I feel like my family and I haven't done anything. So we plan a couple trips this weekend, and a couple weeks we'll be in Niagara Falls hanging out, just getting some family time in before we go out to school. But so I can't be there, but I want to support. So again, let's give the number. The first person who calls, 240-719-2560. I will pay for your ticket, which $15 of that will go towards the I Am a Legacy campaign. But you'll get to come to the Muse Paint Bar, which is located at the National Harbor. And you'll get to hang out with some amazing women, including Ladrine, get connected, expand your connections, and have a great time painting. If I could be there, believe me, I'm going to get to one of them. We talk about HR, we talk about business, we laugh, we dance, we talk about everything.
I'm sure. Come on now. You're talking about a group of women in a room having fun. Sometimes, do y'all sip on wine?
They do. You know, I don't drink.
Yeah,
I'm natural. I know y'all think I drink, but it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing. So if you are interested,
if you're tuned in either through Facebook or you're watching through VoxWave.com, the number again is 240. Thank you so much, Bernadette, for printing that or posting that in the group. 240-719-2560. Again, we'll leave that open through the end of the show. Whoever calls in, we will give you a ticket to the paint party. Again, the date is Saturday, August 11th at noon.
This
Great.
Saturday.
So we're going to wrap up. So tell us any final pieces that you need to share about the campaign or how people can donate and get involved.
Yeah. So pretty much it's on my website, IamTheLegacy.org, but we have levels of sponsorship, and each level affords you something. And one of the things is at a threshold, if you make a donation, your name goes in the book. So pretty much in terms of the acknowledgement, and if you go on the page, Cheryl, your name is on there from purchasing a ticket earlier. I have all the names listed out, and we will have pages dedicated to that. The highest one is $1,200, and there's only 2 slots for that. And when you look at the sponsorship page, you'll see that I calculated it so that we don't go over our budget, because every dime goes into what's going on, and I'm real transparent about what this is.
Yeah.
So go to my page. The other thing, after we finish with the painting this weekend, we're moving on to fitness fundraisers. Fitness fundraisers. So that's going to be nice. Pretty much in the same. We have Kicking It with Keita. And I'm trying to get the Go-Go Zumba lady. She's not responding. I don't know if she doesn't look at her inbox.
We're calling you out, Go-Go lady. What's her name? Do we know?
Danita. Everybody knows her.
Oh, I don't know her. So everybody don't know her.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
But the one.
Somebody know her out there. Somebody who's watching knows Go-Go what?
I think her name is Danita. Somebody know her name. What's her name? Yeah,
the Go-Go person.
Yes, and she does Go-Go Zoom with sweating
Go-Go
and going
Zoom,
all
guys.
day.
Go-Go Zoom. If you know her, tell her Ladrina's trying to reach out to her. She needs to come on and respond, sister.
Yes, and that's pretty much it. The categories are Legacy Investor, $1,200, Dream Builder for $500. Community Contributor for $250, and Village Supporter for $100. And then, of course, we got the category for anything that you're trying to do. But this is our project, our community project. So I'm trying to get everybody in the book in terms of the acknowledgments. But
so
I'm
you guys,
really
out of everything that Ladrina said, we know it's a lot to take in. Look, we want you to go to the website, IamTheLegacy.org, get all of the details. Yes. The biggest thing that we know we need is sponsorship. We need funds to make all these pieces of this campaign a reality. The conference costs, that's not free.
Right.
Being able to produce the book, that's not free. Everything that she's doing, every piece of this is going to require an investment of funds. So we want to give back. Everybody doing these GoFundMe pages,
right.
And I'm just saying, you don't know where it's going or whatever. Ladrina is giving you a website that you can go to, you can view, you can see where the money is going, what it's being put towards. We need your support. So go to IamTheLegacy.org. Sponsor at the level that you can sponsor at, period.
And
sponsor
it's
at the level you can sponsor.
501c3. So,
yes.
I have the ability.
So you get your tax write-off.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, let's support this. Thank you so much for being here. Phenomenal initiative and campaign. Everybody is just going
and
crazy.
Even businesses. If you have a business and I didn't name something that you can support with, like the young guy from Sports Heaven brand T-shirts, he's doing our T-shirts at a very inexpensive price. So if you have a business or anything that you can think of, this is my brainchild, but I have so many people involved because I cannot do it alone, and we're going to make this happen.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut it from right there because we know Ladrina could go on and on and on. She could take the whole next hour talking about this, but that's what happens when you find what you love and you're truly passionate about it. It's like you can't stop talking about it. You are energized. So when you see that kind of energy and that kind of passion, like raw, authentic, it's true to who you are at your core, we want to support that. So whether it's a monetary sponsorship or donation, whether it's an in-kind sponsorship through some product or service that you have, reach out to Ladrina. What's the best way for them to reach you directly if they know they have something specific and they want you? They were like, look, I want to talk to her directly. I don't want to go through 25 emails.
Yeah.
You know.
So my telephone number is 443-906-3648. That's 443-906-DO-IT. Gotta remember that. Yeah.
That's it. There you go. Yeah. So if somebody could type that in and say it one more time, the phone number.
It's 443-906 3648.
3648.
Yep.
You said 443?
Yep.
All right, 443-906-3648.
And hit me up on Facebook also.
906-3648. Thank you so much for being with us. Keep being amazing. Thank you for being an amazing partner of the show.
Absolutely.
We're sure you'll be back because we know you're going to be back. All right. So we're going to take a quick break and we're going to bring on our final two guests for this afternoon, the amazing Dr. Mossy Ross and Constance Craig Mason. So we will be right back.
We have powerful words. We have powerful minds. We use our voices and freedom takes flight. And we're ready to work. We're ready to win. We have a strategy. strategy, and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. All I need is inside of me. I am enough and now I see. Yeah, I will reach my destiny. Yeah, I don't need your permission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'll win. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Now listen, I want y'all to repeat after me, okay? Because we're going to make some declarations in here today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say, I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. Say, I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see me. Say, oh, say I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. We have powerful words, we have powerful minds. We use our voices and freedom takes flight. And we're ready to work, we're ready to win. We have a strategy and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. All I need is inside of me. I am enough and now I see. Yeah, I will reach my destiny. Yeah, I don't need your permission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'll win. Oh, oh, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Now listen, I want y'all to repeat after me, okay? Because we're going to make some declarations in here today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm building my legacy.
And this is the camera that you. All right, so we are back. I mean, that was a phenomenal first half of the show, right? Ladrine, like, she is just so fired up and passionate about helping young people. I love her energy. It's a really, really good energy. And so make sure you follow hashtag I am the legacy, that campaign. And guys, donate. Like, even if you can't do the $100 sponsorship, right? Go buy a ticket to one of the events. The ticket for the paint party is $45. I'm going to sponsor one of those. Again, I'm going to announce that one more time, that if anybody's interested in going to the August 11th paint party, it's so much fun. It's a bunch of ladies giggity, right? And laughing and painting. And if you want to be there, it's right at the National Harbor. All you have to do is call in 240-719-2560. Somebody typed it in on the Facebook Live. 240-719-2560. And now we're going to keep it moving because we have two more phenomenal guests in the studio. Woo-hoo. Next to me is Miss Constance Craig Mason. Yeah. Let me tell you about her. Y'all want to get your notepads out for this, right? Okay. We're talking about the coins and finances and financial literacy. So she's passionate, dedicated, and an experienced licensed insurance broker, a financial coach, and a former small business consultant. She's been helping individuals, families, and businesses for nearly 10 years, licensed in both Maryland and Pennsylvania. She's been blessed to work with some of the top insurance carriers to include Transamerica, State Farm, Baltimore Life, Primerica, and she provides a full complimentary financial analysis that includes a spending plan, short and long-term savings plan, credit restoration, debt elimination, insurance protection, and retirement supplement. Look, everybody need to be calling in to get their consultation. Please. That's all I'm saying. She works with clients to develop realistic, I love that word, that's key for me, realistic strategies that reflect their current needs and their future goals. Financial literacy, as she says, is the key element in shifting the negative behaviors, habits, and emotions about money that impede our growth. Come on, girl, you better talk that talk, right? Financial literacy. Welcome to the show. Thank you. You look beautiful in these colors. We like all shades of blue, right, up in here. We do. So tell us more about exactly what you do so that break it down in layman's terms so people can know if they need you, which I'm guessing probably everybody who's watching needs you, but talk about it and how you got started.
Oh, wow. Okay. So how I got started, I actually had to learn the hard way, as I tell a lot of people, because my mom and my family, my grandparents, they didn't know about money. Mm-hmm. And so I knew what I saw. But once I became an adult and had to do things on my own, you know, it was a bunch of walls that I kept hitting, you know, credit-wise. There was no credit in the beginning, and so you get all these denial letters when you're trying to get something started. And then because you keep applying for stuff, you have all these inquiries, which hurts you worse, right? And so what I would do was I would take my tax refund money when I would get them, and I would pull out my decline letters, and whatever they said was the reason that I didn't fit the mold, I would then work on it. So if it was like, oh, you know, you have too many inquiries, well, then I would stop applying for things until they fall off in 2 years. If it says that, you know, you need to pay down some of your spending limit, I would do that. If I had collections, they would say, okay, you have collections on your file, you need to pay those off, so I would pay those off. So I started Googling, really, what is it that the profile that these banks or lenders are looking for, and I wanted to match that. And so a lot of this was self-study before I even thought about it professionally. And because I'm the type of person who likes to help, once I would figure it out, I would then tell all my friends, tell my family members, did you know that you could get your credit fixed by doing this and that? And so they're like, no. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm telling them how to do it, and so that we all can be prosperous. And my girlfriend came to me in 2009 after she had chased me for a while. And she said, you know what, there's a way for you to be able to help people professionally because you're doing it anyway. And she was like, you can get paid from helping people. And I'm like, oh, I've got a full-time job. I was in healthcare management. And she's like, well, you can do it part-time. So then I didn't have an excuse. Absolutely. I love that. Eliminating the excuses. Yeah. This is what you guys hear me say a lot. Turn your free advice into paid expertise. That's what she did. Turn your free advice. So some of y'all giving it anyway. You're giving it to everybody all the time. No, and you're not benefiting in any way other than everybody else. They're getting the benefit. So turn your free advice into paid expertise. Yes. 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 So when she did tell me that, I did go get licensed with the state of Maryland because that's where I was living at the time, and did it in 2 weeks. I was so doggone eager. Wow. You know what I mean? I was so eager to get licensed and be a licensed professional. You know what I'm saying? Because I already had the passion. I'd already been through heck already. Right. So I'm like, if I can do this, how many more people can I set free in my family, in my community? Oh, she used my word, y'all. Freedom. How many people can I set free? Now, we're going to pause right there because we have a phone call coming in. Caller, who is calling us? And are you calling about the ticket? Yes? No? Hello? You with us? All right, you ain't serious. You don't want the ticket. Right. All right. So setting people free. Absolutely. Yes. And financial freedom is the biggest freedom that you can experience, right? Financial freedom. I tell people all the time, money matters. Absolutely. If you're going to change your life, you got to change your money because money opens up opportunities. Money gives us options. Money, you got to talk about money. All right, go ahead. Let me turn it back over to the real expert. Go on, girl. But that's the word, options, right? Yes. And so I hate to say this, we're not used to options. We're used to going somewhere and somebody saying, this is what you can get.
Right.
Maybe it's based on your credit score, maybe it's based on your income or whatever, but they're like, this and this. And you might not even want that. You might not want to live there. You might not want that type of vehicle. But because you're not set up properly, you have to take it.
Absolutely.
And so my husband and I talk a lot. We plan together. We do our goals together. We even think about our career moves together. And one of the things we always talked about was having options. And, you know, we believe that's important.
Absolutely.
Because, again, now you're in control of your situation. You're in control of your family life. You're in control of your budget. You know when and where you can go and why, how much it costs, right? And so that's what I'm about.
I love it.
And so when I'm sitting down with my clients, I'm very transparent with them. I ask that they be transparent with me because we go through strategies. We go through educational tips, you know, things that are like aha moments for them. And so from there, now we can work. Right? Once you
talk about the importance
things,
of being open and transparent, because what I find is a lot of times, and I think I can't say we all, but a lot of us, like people like me, I was addicted to financial struggle for a really long time because I grew up in financial struggle. So I saw my mother, you know, kind of rob Peter to pay Paul, and I became addicted to that feeling that came with being able to stretch your money and be like, I did that, but now you broke and you waiting for the next paycheck. So I literally became addicted to financial struggle. I found a sense of pride in being able to do that, not understanding that I could have abundance in my life, right? So for someone who comes from that space, you know, sometimes there's a level of shame that comes with the jacked up credit and your money ain't right and you owe this and you owe that. How do you make people comfortable with coming to you and being that transparent so they can really get to the root of the problem and fix it?
I let them know I was there.
I was there. Come on. Your story. Your story is about you, but it ain't for you. She's telling her truth. I love it.
Because you can feel people's vibes, right? Their energy. You can tell if they're authentic. You can tell if they're really in it to help you, if they're in it for other reasons.
Right.
And so I let them know. I done been bankrupt before.
Yes.
I done had repossessions before.
Come on now.
I done been declined for any and everything. You could, the smallest little thing you thought, oh, I got that. No.
Right.
Right. And so I tell them, if I'm giving you advice, it's stuff that I actually did to get myself in a better situation.
I love it.
The schooling, the licensing, all of that stuff was icing on the cake. I had already been through it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so now that I have the credentials to go along with it, it's just even more powerful because now I have additional tools for you to be able to use.
I love it. And so does everybody else who's listening. Hey, Joan Wilson, thanks for being here. Tanya Carey, thanks for being here. Renelli Williams, who's going to be hosting the Lift Conference next month. Thank you for being here. Eric Cornell, who I haven't seen in a couple months of Sundays. So glad to have you here. Rhonda says, yes, amen, girl, speak. Yes, break the cycles.
Yes.
Margot, loving this. Ladrine, how you just leave here and you already... See what I'm saying? That's why I love that girl. That's why I love her. Ladrine probably in the parking lot eating a biscuit from Red Lobster. I love her. I love her. So awesome. So it's when someone comes to consult with you, what's kind of like the first initial thing? Do they come with you with all their mess and just like kind of dump it out? Or is it because, you know, like a lot of financial, moving beyond financial illiteracy, I guess, if you will, is mindset.
Absolutely.
So how do you help to shift people when they come and they dump everything like, oh, this is what I have, and they're finally ready to face it? Like, how do you help them to move beyond just the mindset that they can have something different?
Yes. So that's exactly it. Helping them understand that they can have what they want. It's going to take work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if they're willing to put in the work, they will get there. And that's the key. Because I can be as hype as I want to be. When I leave, if you're not going to do the things that we talked about, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so what I try to do is they'll have a couple of things already in the front of their mind is like, I want to fix this. And, you know, it could be credit or it could be, I don't have an emergency savings account. Every time I start it, I have to go back in it and then deplete it. And now I'm starting all over. And then you don't go back and try to do it again. It's almost like that shame that you talk about and that's the other thing, too, and I'm going to deviate a little bit. So when I talk about changing or shifting the habits, the emotions, the behaviors, that's all work, right? Yeah. So if someone has had negative experiences coming up, growing up, all you know is the struggle. And, yes, you're proud to be able to stretch $1. I am proud to be able to stretch $1. But at some point, you have the limited mindset. You are in the I'm only going to make this work mentality where you can have more than enough because that's the options level. That's the place where, I could choose to go here or there.
Yeah.
Right? So I have to get them out of the mindset of just struggling and just pinching pennies to what do you want? How many people ask you, what do you want? Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you want. But I do. So when you tell me, I want to buy a house next year, I'm like, yes, let's do it. You're like, I want to get my credit up, but I haven't the slightest idea how to even start, where to go, which creditors to pay first, how to prioritize it so that it benefits you almost immediately.
And let me tell you the power of that.
Yeah.
The power of having somebody who's rooting for you and cheering for you and reminding you that you can have it.
Yes.
So at the beginning of this year, I went on this health and wellness journey, you guys, right? And it definitely is a journey. But a big part of my success in releasing the 41 pounds was that I hired a physician. So I invested in myself. So you got to be willing to invest in yourself.
Yes.
Not just a time commitment, but financially. And I hired a physician who had the tools, who knew what to tell me, who told me what to eat, when to eat it, how to eat. I needed the blueprint. He had the blueprint. She has the blueprint for your financial literacy, right? And your financial shift. And so I went every week. I had to go and I had to weigh in and I had to look him in his eyeballs and I had to say, this is what I've been doing, or this is what I haven't been doing, or I had a burger this week, or whatever was happening. Right. And he would cheer me on and he was like, you're my superstar and you're doing this and I believe in you.
Absolutely.
That accountability and that cheering was everything. So here's what happened. At the end of April, I go to South Africa for a speaking engagement, take my family, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to let myself go off the diet. I'm just going to eat whatever I want.
Right.
Y'all, until last week, I hadn't been the same because I stopped going to my physician. I stopped going to my accountability partner.
Good point.
So once I came back from Africa, I was still out of whack. I wasn't on track, and I had nobody to get me refocused and back on track. And I realized last week, I was like, hold on. I ain't been on track because I haven't been to my doctor.
Yes.
I haven't been to my physician. I haven't had those weekly accountability sessions. And that cheering, and you can do it, Cheryl, and you got this. And ironically, he inboxed me. He actually took time and Facebook messaged me and was like, Cheryl, how's it going? I miss you. I want to see you win. I will shift my schedule because I know your schedule is so busy. I will shift my schedule and see you any day of the week that you need to come in. So you got to find somebody who supports you like that. And I believe this is going to be your girl right here. This is going to be your woman. All right. This is going to be the person, the guru, who's going to help you to get there. So, okay. So let's give some takeaways really quickly.
Okay.
So what are like just some basic things that people can do if they want to really put themselves on a path of that financial shift that they want? Because you do a lot. You do the debt elimination, the credit restoration, insurance protection, all those things. But what would be kind of like if someone's just in a bad space financially?
Yes.
What would be like maybe your first 2 or 3 steps of things you would tell them to do?
Look at it.
Ah! That's so good.
Look at your situation.
Yes.
Go pull the credit reports.
So
go pull the bank statements.
Yeah.
Right? Pull the credit card statements. Look at it.
Yes.
Because when I come to sit down, I'm going off what you tell me. So if you haven't even looked at it, all you know is it's bad. You don't know how bad. It might not even be that bad, right? It might be like, girl, let me tell you, we can do this right here tomorrow, right? But you're just in your own space. You just know I got declined. I need to get a car, and they told me no. Like, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be somebody who won't give it to you.
That goes to what you said about their emotions, shifting your emotions about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it. Pull it out. I don't care. I've been there, done that. I done seen it all.
No
I've
judgment.
been there.
No judgment zone.
I'm like, pull it up.
Yeah.
Right now. We're going to creditkarma.com. We're going to pull it up.
Powerful.
Right? So look at it.
Okay.
Then once we look at it, now we're going to dig in. So your work might be, I have tools and stuff, Excel spreadsheets. It's already done up. You just throw your numbers in there. But now you got to see if you have any cash flow. Right? Because you don't know, essentially, people are just swiping their card willy-nilly. So you could have an extra $500, but if you're just swiping willy-nilly, you don't really know.
Yeah.
So I'm saying with your fixed expenses, your utilities, hopefully your mortgage or your rent, things that you know are the same every month.
Yeah.
Right? You can easily throw those in there. But then you're going to have like your miscellaneous, which could be, your hair and nails or, little things you do for the kids. You want to have a certain amount in that pot that this is the money that I do for all that stuff. You want to plan for it, right? And then afterwards, you'll be able to see if you have a red, you don't have enough, or if you have a cash flow left over. What do you do with that cash flow, right? Where do you put it? Where do you invest it, right? What do you pay into that's going to pay you back down the line, right? Because you have to grow it. We can only make but so much. Then we can use OPM. Everybody laugh when I say OPM. It's other people's money. So other people's money could be the interest rates that we earn on our accounts. It could be maybe you finance something because it's an investment, and you know that once I fulfill this thing, it could be your business. Once I get this thing going, once I get enough inventory or whatever it is, then I'm going to make X amount back. You can be able to estimate what that little bit of financing did versus what you can then achieve, right? So we talk about how do we use other people's money until we build our own. It does take a while to build your own, but you got to do something.
Yes.
And
because the time's going to pass, right? I think that's the thing. It's like, you know, even when I talk to people about growing their businesses, like it's not going to happen overnight, but time is going to pass regardless. And you can let time pass and you look up 3 years from now and nothing has changed. Or you can look up 3 years from now and things have shifted for your betterment, right? So oh my God, I love that. We got to have you come back. We got to need to do a whole segment just on financial literacy because everything that you're sharing is so powerful. I love the raw, authentic truth. Like, can we look at it? Can we just look at what's going on, right? Like, I mean, those are things.
I don't think I can find. No, let's put it up.
Right, because it's scary when you're in that space. It's scary to think about facing it head on. But when you have someone like Constance who's in your corner saying, "Come on, we can do this," like that is sometimes that's all you need. It's just someone to take some of the scariness away by letting you know, I've seen it before, I've been there before. And I found a way out of it so I can help you. She got the T-shirt. Come on now. And you know if you got the T-shirt, you are the person.
Probably got 2 T-shirts.
Let me ask one final question, and then we'll wrap up. You can tell people how they can contact you, connect with you, because somebody on here was like, Connie, I need you now, girl. I need you now.
I got you.
So talk about really quickly, because we always talk about, you know, setting ourselves up for the future.
Yes.
So let's say you have a couple. This for a friend.
For a friend.
It's for a friend. You got a couple, a married couple, right? And let's say that there are 2 different opinions on how the money should be spent, meaning the extra money, right?
Got it.
So, like, maybe your spouse is like, oh, we should save it. But then you're like, well, no, we need to create experiences now because I might not be here 5 years from now. Like, it's a friend. So what's something that you share when there is a difference of opinion about how the cash flow that's left over should be spent within the household?
Absolutely. So those are discussions, right, that you guys have. And it's a compromise, just like anything else you do in your marriage or in your relationships. So if one spouse or partner is about save, maybe there's an emotion behind that. Maybe there's a, hey, we lost everything, or we struggled so bad, I never want to be in that position again.
That's so good,
Right? So we have to touch on why does a person feel so strongly about that. No different than why you feel like, I don't get it now.
Right.
Because I don't know.
Right.
If I'm going to be here, if you're going to be here, we want these experiences together.
Absolutely.
So my household is the same way.
Right.
My husband, he's really strict. We want to save and everything, and I'm just like, but let's go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because, again, we have different emotions, and that's why. Because, you know, he had a bad divorce prior to me and got stripped of everything. He had to pay everything.
Right.
And he had worked hard and saved a lot of money, and then he's like, wow, I got to literally start all over. You know, now I was younger than him, so I didn't have all that stuff saved up. I was just getting to the point where I was trying to make something happen. And so I'm like, well, you're a little bit older than me. I'm younger. I want us to have experiences together.
Yes.
So let's go to Paris, right? Let's go to Canada. Let's do all this stuff. And so he's like, but we got to plan. And we got to make sure, you know what I mean? I'm with you.
Right.
But we got how, right?
Yes.
And so, again, you got to respect each other's opinions about it and then come up with a medium. Okay, well, can we take this certain amount that doesn't take away from our emergency money? We still got that. But let's just do this and let's experience something together.
I love that. Compromise. You said it. I mean, it's compromise. But I love also that you broke it down into the fact that most people, their thought on finances is connected to some emotion. And you're right. And for me, it's about, you know, my father passed away when he was 59. And I'm like, okay, I can't, look, if I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to do this thing. I got to create these experiences. I don't want to wait until, you know, how do I know I'm not going to be gone at 59? And then I'm saving and saving. I can't even spend it.
True.
And then he could have his. So I love that. I love looking at the emotions that are connected to how you spend, why you spend, and whatever else. All this around finance. You a good girl. I just didn't even, I don't think I really knew. I don't think I knew. We're going to have you come back on the show if you are willing to come back. And we'll have to do some things together because I feel like a lot of people in my tribe and in my community, they need these conversations.
Absolutely.
Just on a, woman to woman. I work primarily with women, and just understanding that whatever you're going through, there's a shift. There's another side to it. So how can people connect with you, get more information if they want to sign up for that consultation? Yes. How do they connect with you?
Okay, so I'm always on Facebook. So Constance N. Craig Mason. I have a business page as well where you can go and read my reviews and educational things that I put on my page. So I'm always putting something out there for people to read and be a resource. So that is at C. Craig Mason, T as in Tom, A. So that's my business page. And then my phone number, 410-818-9975. Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So next month is Life Insurance Awareness Month.
All right.
It's called LIAM, right? And so throughout the whole month, we're going out and we're educating people on not only just final expense, what else does life insurance do for families? What does it do for business owners, right? And so once we get beyond, well, I have burial expense, like I'm good. No, you're not. There's some other things that it can do for you while you're living, right? If you're making the payment every month, you see it as a bill.
Right.
But what else is that premium going to do? So we can talk about that too.
I love it. So the website one more time, or the best way to connect with you?
Best way, C. Craig Mason, TA on Facebook, or Constance Craig Mason.
Just on social media. Okay, great. So connect with her, reach out to her. Don't be blowing my inbox up talking about how I get in touch.
Don't be scared.
If you do, if you reach out to me, if you didn't catch how to, I will definitely connect you with her as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for sharing your expertise.
So
amazing. Keep up the great work and helping people in our community. I love people who are focused on this whole piece of financial literacy. It's really important, and I foresee us doing some great things together. So. Keep being awesome. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we're going to be back with our final guest. Dr. Marcy Ross is in the house. She's in the building. You do not want to miss this. Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We have powerful words. We have powerful minds. We use our voices, and freedom takes flight. And we're ready to work. We're ready to win. We have a strategy, and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear, but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over. All I need is inside of me. I am enough, and now I see. Yeah, I will reach my destiny. Yeah, I don't need your permission. Yes, I'm on a mission. I'll win. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now listen, I want y'all to repeat after me, okay? Because we're going to make some declarations in here today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. Say. I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see me. Say, oh, say I'm building my legacy for the whole world to see. You say, we are standing bolder, we're shoulder to shoulder. We are standing bolder, we're shoulder to shoulder. We are standing time is over. We have powerful words. We have powerful minds.
All right, and we are back with our final guest. I couldn't wait to have her in the building. She was excited. I was excited. Like, I love it. Dr. Marcy Ross. You guys, if you don't know her, you need to Google her. Yes, she is Google-licious. She is the founder of Healthy and Happy Coaching. She's been a clinical pharmacist for over 20 years, almost 20 years. And as a healthcare professional, she has witnessed the downward spiral of women's physical, mental, and emotional health. Come on, y'all. As a mother, wife, sister, friend, and business owner, she found herself following the same pattern of putting everything and everybody else above her own health and wellness. Now, she's on a mission to share her winning formula of how to use self-care, and she'll break down what that means, really, self-care really means, to save your life, to restore your marriage, and build your business. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Cheryl.
It's good to see you. I think the last time I saw you was at Cherie's Expo, the 8th annual Recharge Health, Wellness, and Fitness Expo, and you were doing your thing there, and I love this topic because this is something that has become really real for me, especially, like this year it was a commitment. It was more than just me being interested in it. It was me being committed to it. So tell us what, you broke that down for me a few minutes ago, what self-care really means and why this has become such an important topic to you.
So my journey to care of self, which I say is my self-care, was really actually almost losing the love of my life. So for me, I got married in 2006 to a wonderful person that God brought me and brought me to him. And so we married, we just fell in love. And then also that same year had my first son. 2 years later I had my second son.
All right now.
Then we bought a bigger house, right? I'm living the dream, right? But I realized that I had taken away from all the things that attracted him to me. My energy, my happiness, my vibrance for life, right?
Yes.
I became a doctor at 30. Bought my first house, making 6 figures at 30. I'm living a life, traveling with my girls. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And you know, the law of attraction attracted this great human being to me and me to him.
Yes.
And so after having such change, I was really not prepared, right? Not prepared for what being a wife would bring me.
Yes.
Not prepared for what being a mother of 2 children very early on. And then we just get more, right?
Yeah.
More and more and
Yeah.
more. And I found that over the years, I became pissed off. And that's just the truth.
So are you saying you was an angry black woman? I'm just saying.
A friend of mine was.
A friend of mine.
A
friend of yours. Yes.
And I was pissed because I had become so focused on the perfection of the house, the kids, this, and putting it firmly on my shoulders.
Yes.
But and to talk about people's stories. So my husband, all of the men in his life died in their 50s.
Wow.
From whether disease or drugs, heart attacks.
Yeah.
And so for him, he had his line in the sand. He was not going to sacrifice that part of himself that took away from him taking care of himself. So he was still running. We bonded over fitness and nutrition. That was brought us together.
Yes.
Traveling, having fun.
Yes.
And I don't have time for that. We got to do this, and this, and this. We got business. We got to do this. And so I became that person. And we didn't lose love, but we lost the fun and the spark in our relationship.
You talking some truth
Okay?
up in here.
I appointed myself the taskmaster.
Yeah, but I love that you take ownership of your piece in that, and knowing, like now being able to look at it in hindsight and say, I changed. Like the very thing that attracted him to me shifted and changed. So how did you pull that back and, as they say, snatch it back?
7 years. 7 years. Now, he still didn't change because he was unwilling to give that part of him. So now he came home. He was a great husband, a great father.
Yes.
But the household issues.
Yeah.
He was not the best because he's like, I'm not going to do laundry every day. I'm going to go running.
Wow.
I'm going to go cycling. I'm going to do a fitness competition. He's the same to this day.
Yes.
And I was really resentful. And what he said to me, this was the thing that made me almost Ted House now, sure. He said, you're not fun anymore.
Wow.
When I tell you that thing hurt me to my soul, but I was so angry because it was too true.
Yes.
It was too much the truth for me.
Yes.
And so that, what happened after, led us to counseling. And I went kicking and screaming. And I think what happened was God actually sent me to counseling. But he's like, she ain't going to go on her own. because, she adopted her and she's the
Yes,
bomb. You heard me say I was the
right,
bomb before,
yes.
right? So everything's on him.
Yes.
He's wrong. He don't do this. He won't do this. He's not supporting me. And I really needed to go to really find out what was happening with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so at 7 years, we went to counseling. And I discovered so much about myself. Mm-hmm. And the first thing is I had to decide, and it comes with a small step. Connie and I were talking about this. You make a small step. It's the hardest step. Oh, that step is hard. Mm-hmm. But the next steps that after that small step of trusting God and being in that real space, you make some great big steps that are phenomenal.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it was just me being able to admit that I wasn't handling my stress well, and that I was afraid to fail as a wife, as a mother, as this was a big undertaking for me, and that I wasn't prepared for it.
Well, it's so interesting what you say, and I heard you say it probably 2 or 3 times, was that even though life had changed, and speak to this, even though life had changed, so now you are a wife, so it's not just you, it's you and a spouse, and you want to nurture your marriage, and now there are children, and there are household responsibilities, and all this stuff that comes with being a wife and a mother. But you said he didn't change his routine. So why is it that you think that women, most times, we're the first to cave in, if you will, to shift, to change? And I mean, I'm even guilty of this, or have been guilty of this in the past. And that is making everything else before me. But like you said, he was like, oh, no, I don't care if the laundry not done. I'm going for my run.
Right.
I don't care if that's not done. But we will do it just the reverse.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to take care of everybody else. And, oh, man, now I don't have no time to work out.
Right.
Why is it? Is it just our makeup? And then how do we progress beyond that so that we can say, no, just we can have that same attitude. I'm not worried about not cooking dinner. I'm not worried about the laundry not being done. It'll get done. But for me, my commitment is taking care of me. How do we even get to that place?
I think it's the winning woman syndrome.
The what? What is
the
it?
The winning woman syndrome.
Winning
I think that
women.
We want to win.
Yes.
We look at that. We take offense. If someone were to come in, my mom might pop up. This house needs to be clean, right? Anybody, y'all don't come over to my house and it's not in order.
Yeah.
Right? It's just that we somehow just take on it as the taskmaster, right? And so it becomes this thing, but we do it begrudgingly. And so you just I think it's just finding that balance. But when you focus on yourself and without guilt or apology, that's where it started. So the conversation with the counselor, I was able to say to myself after several sessions of it, you don't do this, he don't do this, he don't clean, he don't do this. This is why I'm mad.
Right.
It became, so why? So why are you doing it, Marcy? Why do you feel like you need to do it? Why? And so it was that one question that really started this whole process. It's actually the question I ask all my clients and help them get to their why. And so I decided that in that course of the counseling, I made a small but very scary affirmation. I will have self-care without guilt or apology. And so because when we leave the house, we feel guilty.
Right.
If we go running or we take care of ourselves or we're not doing this, well, we eating healthy, but I want a burger, I want this, I want that. We're cooking 2 meals or we're doing these things. Or, we're not outsourcing. Why do I take the bag? He was like, why don't we just get a laundry service?
Right. Come on now. Why won't we just order some daggone pizza? I ain't cooking barbecue chicken, macaroni and cheese, and green beans tonight. We're going to order some pizza.
Why?
You want pepperoni on it? I can do double pepperoni.
Exactly. Why are we doing this? Why are we not hiring? I don't like to cook.
Yes.
Why are we meal prepping
Come
people?
on now.
So we don't outsource. We somehow keep it firmly planted on our shoulders.
Yes.
Because I think the world's like, oh, women are the bomb. We're winning. You're supposed to. We're
Yeah.
nurturing. Oh, gosh, if I'm not nurturing, I'm failing my kids. Or I'm failing my... I think it's that feeling that we're not showing up, or we're supposed to,
Right.
Somebody was saying it's the same way when you go to church and you see Mother Henrietta. Oh, she's tired. She want to feel them up, but she showed up anyway. And so somehow the world has made us think it's
Celebrating
a badge of honor.
Yes.
And it's not.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
not.
yes,
It's
yes.
okay to say, yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to do
I
that.
love it. I love it. Bernadette says, that's it. The
That's
winning
it.
women syndrome.
It
Robin says,
is.
self-care is necessary. Superwoman syndrome. Absolutely. Ladrine is like, wow. Bernadette is, wow.
Right.
Rhonda says, oh my, yes, you speaking to me. I gave and give everything, and I was angry.
Yeah, pissed off.
So you were touching on stepping on a whole lot of toes.
I pissed off very early because I had the baby and I was 7
Right.
months after the wedding, so don't tell my mama.
Right.
It was full term. We had a little surprise with us at the wedding. Surprise! So that was a lot of change
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
And I in hindsight, there's no way we shouldn't have been at counseling right away.
Yeah.
We
And I
should have
think,
been.
let me say this. Let me piggyback. I think another thing that's really important is that we ask for help. Like, why do we do everything? Why don't we ask for help? Or why don't we, okay, look, I have learned how to look past a laundry pile. Oh, okay, but I'm going to the gym.
Want to get to you today.
Absolutely, right.
It's fine.
So we have to number one, sometimes just stop taking it all on our shoulders because we feel like we're supposed to, because we are, whatever, the head, not the head of the household, but we're the person who is kind of the foundation, the rock of the household, right? And then ask for the help that you need, or like you said, outsourcing it, which is really, really important, because I know how I feel when I take care of me. And I know I'm a better mother, and I know I'm a better wife, and I'm an amazing businesswoman when I take care of me first. Let me tell you one of the things that I did in my business, because one of my goals at the top of this year was really to get my health and fitness in order, right? And really to work on me physically. And one of the things I had my assistant to do, I said, don't schedule any appointments for me before 11 a.m. I don't care who got to get coached later in the day.
I'm out of office.
I said, do not schedule anybody on my calendar on these days before 11 a.m. because I will be dropping my kids off at 9:30 and I will be going straight to the gym, and I owe it to myself. I'm worthy of having 1 hour of self-care and time dedicated to me. And it feels so amazing to do that.
And self-care sounds like my hair and my nails. It's so much deeper than that.
So much deeper,
It's that time that you reserve for only you.
Yes.
But it takes so long because we feel ashamed, we feel guilty, we feel all these things because we're not being there for everybody else.
Absolutely.
You made a decision, and from that decision, how much stuff has prospered for you? How much have you been able to focus? How much better have you shown up in your relationships, in your business?
Yes.
But it takes something. And so for me, that whole journey was just the beginning. Because I was like, God, okay, all right, God, do it. I love it. I can work with this. God was like, oh, baby, that's just the outside of the onion. You're about to peel this thing all the way back. And so out of that, since then I've created 2 businesses. We've been married for 12 years now. So we had that blip at 7. And I can tell you it's everything, right?
I love it.
Oh, it is people are like, oh, you're looking great. I was like, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love, right? And the conversations are so much more honest and so much more direct, and it's just better. Before you're just trying to be nice, nasty. No, how are you? Fine. How you doing? I'm good. Slamming the dishes or just pissed off.
So you taking care of you impacted every part of your life, not just you physically, but your marriage and your relationships. And here's one of the things that it's so important for us to really share is that it's not only just about you, especially for those of us who have children. What I realized, Dr. Marcy, was that I was also teaching my daughter how not to take care of herself because I wasn't taking care of myself. So now I was passing down, as we were talking about habits with Constance earlier, those bad habits that, she's going to see me only ripping and running and doing for everybody else, and she never stops, and she never take care of herself, and she's killing herself, but she's still going to do more for somebody else. I'm showing my daughter that that's how she takes care of herself as a woman, instead of showing her, no, you got to be on your own calendar, baby. You got to make sure that as you're taking care of the family, that you are a part of the equation, and showing my sons what to expect of their wives. Come on now.
I have 2 sons.
Don't you go there expecting no wife.
Partner you're going to be.
Right.
I was showing them how to treat a woman.
That's it. And I want my sons to treat them right. I want my sons to treat their wives, like a princess, and to realize, okay, if my wife is tired, why do I have this crazy expectation that she's still got to cook?
Yeah.
Like monitoring your own expectations, but we show our kids that through our own model, right? They're not going to do what we do. They're going to do what we say. They're going to do what we do.
Right.
And so I love that you have really claimed control of that and allowed it to impact every part of your life. Now I see you have some stuff here, and I want to make sure we got like 5 minutes left. I want you to get in anything that you want to share about these products and how people can connect with you.
This started off with part of it was as I was in my space of really loving myself and asking myself why. I wasn't putting myself first. From that sprouted a lot of research. Like I said, I've been a pharmacist for almost 20 years, and I've seen the decline of women's health. I've seen the numbers for heart disease. 1 in 3 women die from heart disease, more than any cancers. I've seen the numbers with breast and ovarian cancers go up still. I've seen the diabetes and obesity numbers go up. And so I just started doing research. I assembled a whole medical team, and I realized that we all want to live well.
Yes.
We don't want to die.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, we want to live good. We want to be snatched. We want to be happy. We want these things.
We definitely want to be
snatched. So
snatched.
why are we not doing it? What's happening? Right?
Yes.
So even women who are exercising, eating right, it's been harder to lose the weight, right? In our research, I found that the food is only as good as the nutrients that it's grown in, as good as the soil. And so the soil now is the government requires very minimum for the soil. I know, you know, I'm a scientist. I love this. This is my jam. But what I realized was that even eating right and exercise was not getting us what we needed. And so what I found was nutrition fitness supplements leads to balance, strength, and longevity. And so I started a 2-year research project to create a highest quality dietary supplements that's plant-based, that gives women over 40 what they need. This is our flagship product. Women over 40, all the nutrients they need. It's in a pack.
Wow.
So busy women who are running around, they just take 1 pack a day. And it doesn't replace eating right. It doesn't replace working out.
Right.
But without each of those together, you're really not going to get the results you need.
And how many pills come in each pack?
There's 7 pills. So you have to take, I know. I tell babies.
I'm like, wow.
I know, but it has everything you need. A CLA, it has the fat burner, it has your hormones, it has your skin, for your skin, energy, everything you would need to help you to do all the things that you want to do for your family, to have the energy to work out. Everything, it gives your body, because you're like, I'm working out, I'm eating right, I'm still a little tired.
Right.
So this, because
and it's
your
plant-based,
body's
so
not
I
even
really like
getting
that.
what you need.
Yeah.
But I do have something for the big babies. So it's energy. This is energy and weight loss. So this is something you take once a day, and it's all plant-based. So if you're like, I can't take all those pills, I'm like, shut up and take your pills. But I also create that in 3 detoxes. So I thought, oh, wow, I got this thing. I know what I'm doing. I'm helping women live better, right? I'm helping them have this trifecta, the nutrition, fitness, and supplements, so they can live longer.
I love it.
And what I found, what God was like, baby, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad you put your little pharmacist hat on. But that's not it, right? You are here to help women find their why. Why are they doing this? This is basic. This is to sustain. This is so they don't die. This is, everybody should be doing this, just for bench line. Eating right, nutrition, working out, all that is just baseline. That's the bottom of the floor.
Absolutely.
But why? Women know about these numbers. Why are they doing this? And so what I found was it's really that pain. There's something under there. Like we were talking about the emotions behind the finances, the emotions. But it's something about that happens that when in women having that syndrome, we think we're on the chopping block, or we think we're invincible, or we're just whatever, right? And for me, I found that my upbringing was not, they see me as a doctor, they see me as all these, where I am now today, vibrant. But I started out my childhood was very unstable. I was actually born to a teenage mother who did not graduate from high school. And so my upbringing was very shaky, and then I actually was left back in a grade. And so from that...
Well, look, I got to pause you because we're running out of time.
I'm so sorry.
So clearly we're going to have you come back because we already can tell how powerful you are. You're powerhouse. Come on now. So we know that. And we want to make sure that everybody has a way of connecting with you.
Absolutely.
So let's give them that. And then why don't we commit to bringing you back?
That'd be awesome.
So you can really share your story more profoundly. Because, I'm huge on women sharing their stories. And this conversation, I feel like it's just getting started. So we definitely want to have you. We got to have Constance come back because you ladies are making such an impact in the community, whether it's through the financial space, whether it's through self-care and understanding what your why is and committing to that. So tell people how they can connect with you. I know that you've done some amazing partnerships coming up. How did they find out about all the great stuff that you're doing? And I think you're giving something free away as well.
Yes, so I am on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter at Dr. Marcie. So it's DrMarcie. You can find me for sure. I'm actually speaking at the ubiquitous Hair, Health, and Hair, Beauty, and Health Expo, the Women's Expo at the DC Convention Center at the last weekend in August 25th and 26th.
Awesome.
And so I'll be there with Dr. Ivan Hernandez, and we'll be talking about, health and really just getting to health is wealth. So
someone says, do you ship to Belgium? I'm sure she ship anywhere where your coins will get it to. So yes, she will. So make sure you connect with her. Give them the site one more time.
So my website is Edlyn Essentials. That's EDLYN Essentials.com, where you can order your vitamins. And we have a great box that we give. We always do a giveaway in each box, so everybody feels good when they see their box.
Awesome.
And they're encouraged to take their vitamins.
Awesome.
And we have a monthly subscription, so when you order the auto refill, you get a discount.
Beautiful.
So we
beautiful.
offer that.
Well, you're doing phenomenal things in the community. Thank you so much for being. I love having people who come onto the show and who don't just talk the talk, but they walk the talk.
You gotta,
and you are walking that talk.
You gotta be authentic.
You have been where a lot of our listening audience are right now, and now you have come out on the other side. And I love that you're taking what you learned and putting it into a format where other people can benefit and they can learn and they can grow, because that's what life is about, right, guys? It's about learning and growing and shifting and making yourself constantly better. So make sure you connect with Dr. Marcy Ross. Thank you for being here.
Thank
you for everything that you're doing in the
very
community,
excited
helping us to take care of ourselves, y'all. Self-care. You got to care for yourself. If you don't do it, who going to do it? Ain't nobody else going to do it.
That's right. You ain't like getting no badge for
That's right. You ain't getting
angry.
no badge. No badge for running yourself ragged and running yourself in the ground and not taking care of you. So you might as well flip that thing and start taking care of you.
That's right.
This has been Impact the World Radio. We are so excited that you decided to join us today. We will be back here again next Wednesday, same time, same place, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And we will see you with 4 other amazing guests. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
We have powerful words, we have powerful minds. We use our voices and freedom takes flight. And we're ready to work, we're ready to win. We have a strategy and now we can begin. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Time is over. Now you are a champion. God is my witness. Imperfect perfection. Living my mission and winning. See, we are influencers. We have fear but don't stop. I have the confidence to rise to the top. We are standing bolder, shoulder to shoulder. Playtime is over. Playtime is over.